It's absolutely no secret that Ghost Adventures will be returning for season 29, especially, well, it won't be a secret because everyone's dropped the trailer and I've spoken about it countless times and all the rest of it. By the way, we're on season 29 of Ghost Adventures, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, but it has been confirmed that there will only be 6 episodes for season 29. Now, obviously, that doesn't seem like an awful lot, especially considering the first few seasons had, you know, upwards of 10 to 15 episodes per season, and then it slowly started to dwindle off. And of course, it's going to be premiering on April 16th, which by my count is only in a few days' time, but it's got some very interesting episodes lined up. So the full episode list has now been shared online. This is on the r/Ghost Adventures subreddit. So Ghost Adventures Season 29 will only have, well, it says 5 episodes, but they've edited it to 6 because they've also added the special Poltergeist season premiere. So, to no one's surprise, the newest season of Ghost Adventures will only have 5 episodes and 1 special. The episodes are in 2 states, California and Nevada. So obviously that's no surprise because Zak Bagans doesn't like to travel particularly far and he will not fly to locations because some premonition, I think, about planes. Anyway. So episode 1 is the Poltergeist House Curse, which is in Simi Valley. We've got the Houdini Seance in San Jose, 3rd time they'll be visiting the Winchester House. Glen Tavern Tragedy, which is in Santa Paula, which is the 2nd time they've gone to this location. Guest investigator Jonathan Davies of Korn. We've got Midnight at the Museum in Las Vegas, the 4th time that they've investigated the museum. Abandoned at Whiskey Pete's, which is in Nevada, with the guest investigator Matt Rife. That should be a fun episode, actually. Mystery of a Rispin Mansion, which is in Capitola, California, and obviously edit fixed for the name of the guest investigators, and the special Poltergeist episode season premiere. Now, I've already kind of spoken about how Ghost Adventures has kind of gone. And obviously the big headline episode is obviously the premiere, which is the Poltergeist House. Now, the Poltergeist House has never been investigated, right? Because, well, it was under old management, and they didn't really want people going in and messing about with the place. But the Poltergeist House has since been taken over by new management, so it's been bought. And it's now become an Airbnb. So, I've covered this in so much detail already. And if you want my full opinions on it, go and check out some previous videos, right? But in my opinion, this just stinks of the Conjuring House 2.0, where someone's bought the house, they want some exposure to the property to get people to go there, and you don't get more exposure than you do with Ghost Adventures. It's been around for decades, it's got a cult following, Zak Bagans fangirls and simps will absolutely jump at this, and if Zak Bagans goes there and something happens and he goes, "Ooh, scary poltergeist activity happened at this place, it's completely legit," people will go all over there. Obviously, the trailer that dropped for season 29, by the way, has already dropped as well. So here that is in case you've missed it.
Hauntings, ghosts, spirits, real-life witches.
We just reviewed some absolutely incredible evidence.
There was some stuff down here back in the day, cult stuff.
Nobody else has ever investigated this before.
The world's most famous haunted house. This is going to be a monumental investigation. Our biggest, most historic seance to date. Harry Houdini. We're going to use your energy, a blood relative.
This is evidence.
Just like old Ghost Adventures, we are locked down.
What are we exposing ourselves to?
I think this is getting dangerous.
There's somebody bad back here. I'll sacrifice myself.
Get your hands off! Zak!
Do not come here.
I forgot that Zak was gonna get possessed again. Again. I shit on it. It does look kind of good, to be fair. Like, you know, I'll be intrigued to see what happens, especially with the Poltergeist House. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that Matt Rife episode as well. I actually think that, like, he brings the comedy. And obviously, I've seen him on The Boys with Elton Casti, for example. They're quite good friends. So, you know, I'm watching him investigate. He kind of takes it seriously, but he can also, like, inject a bit of humor, which I think is always quite refreshing, especially for something like Ghost Adventures, which, you know, is so dramatized. Matt Rife, mixing the two names there, injecting a bit of comedy, I think will be quite welcome. The Houdini seance will be interesting, but obviously this is the third time that they've investigated the Winchester house, and it just seems like when you start to reinvestigate locations, that's when it might be time to like just give it a rest, you know? Like, I don't know. If I see paranormal investigators that I watch on YouTube, for example, investigate a location for a second time, I typically don't want to watch it because I'm like, well, I've kind of seen this already. I know the layout, I know what's going to happen, I know the narrative behind it, I know the story. It's a bit like, you know, it's not fresh anymore, it's not exciting. And I feel like Ghost Adventures is kind of becoming the same, obviously, because I know they do the house calls and stuff, which I think is just way better than Ghost Adventures now because it's just a little bit more exciting. And it's not just like these historic locations that we already know about. It's like the house calls, they go to actual people's houses, which I think is quite a fresh take on things because obviously, you know, people make shit up all the time. That's fine. But I think it's just really interesting. But what do you guys think, ultimately? The fans down in the comments are kind of... it's a mixed bag, as you would imagine. Damn, I was really hoping that they've gone this time. We've got at least 10 episodes last season. I'm good with them concentrating on house calls. It's a better show. That's kind of what I was saying. I hate taking advantage of those families in house calls. I despise when ghost hunting shows start to involve families and the like. They have plenty of haunted locations in the US. Again, though, they wouldn't go there if they weren't, like, you know, offered. The locations weren't offered. They could take a nice tour bus or an RV and go anywhere. Like, it could be continental. That could be quite fun, actually. Like, and imagine like a Ghost Adventures road trip. Like, that would be quite an interesting thing. And, like, you know, they could even stop off at some other locations along the way that, like, wasn't part of the tour or whatever. That would be quite cool. Like, they just map it out, go from one side of the US to the other and just stop off at random places. I think that would be quite exciting, actually. Go to Area 51. That would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a mixed bag when it comes to Ghost Adventures these days. Yeah, I feel like the show's kind of clutching at straws these days, especially. You know, limited episodes, repeated locations, no further than Las Vegas or California. I don't know. I want to see them go back to other places like, you know, Norwegian countries like Norway, Denmark, Greenland, for example. Come to the UK, really haunted locations over in the UK. Go over to Australia, maybe parts of Africa. I think that would be really exciting to see. New Zealand would be a cool place to see them go to, but they won't venture further than, you know, parts of America within a radius of Las Vegas, which is where Zach lives. I don't know, it's a bit disappointing to me, but what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Is Ghost Adventures coming to an end, or is this just what we should come to expect from Ghost Adventures these days? Just low expectations. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.